All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is, of course, it's like the hero's return. So obviously, the last couple of days has been more of me traveling. These retreats that I attend once every 6 months is like it's an adventure. It's a moment to check in with myself. It's a moment to also see how far I've come on the journey. Something that I began now, of course, many years ago. And as I was, gathering my thoughts and reflecting on not just the last 2 days of pretty early mornings and pretty late nights, meeting a lot of people who are coaches, people who are healers from literally across the country and some even from outside. Um, what I, what I was found myself reflecting on is that, and that was what actually prompted me to find the the theme for today's pod, and that is everything to do with the power of going beyond. And so, if you are somebody who's been on this journey now for a while, or maybe you've just begun over the last maybe year or two, um, you will have many of these moments in your life on this journey of being a healer, being a coach, being a healer coach, um, where you recognize that you could have stepped back, you could have chosen not to, but something inside of you just told you to keep going, right? Not just keep showing up, but also keep going forward. And eventually, as you go beyond, when you have a moment to reflect on the changes that you experienced in your life, on who you are being now as compared to who you were becoming earlier, these are those moments. I really believe that these are those moments to cherish because back then you didn't know what this would look like. You wished for it, you hoped it would be uh, something uh, in your future. And here you are now in that moment, looking back on who you are. So, the intent, of course, is not for me to make this sound cryptic, but basically, like this kind of work that we do, a lot of it we do in our own minds, and until, of course, we start to do it in our own hearts. And the more we're able to stay in this heart centered space, a lot of times the difficulties that you have, the tiredness, like I can definitely feel there is a wee bit of a, let's say, a tiredness coming over me. And I know that this is part of the process, like as much as like one of my mentors from long ago, Priya, would say that, as much as you will have the expansion, it's like literally like a rubber band. When you pull it, um, it will expand. And as much as there is an expansion, there will also be a contraction. But the the important thing is that, as I said, you keep showing up and you keep going beyond. And before you know it, you would have gone way past what you had hoped for, wished for, desired, maybe a year ago, maybe 5 years ago. And of course, a lot of this depends on who you are, where you are in your life, maybe what kind of experiences you've had growing up. Like I've seen even over these last 2 days, as I did, 6 months ago. And of course, over the last so many years, when I've been attending these programs, one thing that I've noticed, of course, is that for people who are, they come from a space in life where there's a lot more struggle, there is a much higher drive. If you happen to be somebody who doesn't have any apparent struggle, um, whether it was money, whether it was health, life seemed pretty normal. There's a very different journey that you have. But what's important is that something inside of you made you realize that this is the work that you're meant to do. And therefore, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, is something that you've not been able to figure out. And quite honestly, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you have chosen to do it, and you're sticking with it, and you keep doing more and more. You keep going further and further. And what makes this even more special is that as you're doing this, you'll start to notice that this becomes um, a way for you to help, for you to guide other people so that they can connect with who they are, who they're meant to be, and live their life of change, of transformation, and ultimately where they themselves are able to pass this on to others. So, especially if you're a healer coach, you're somebody who's in the space of healing and coaching, and you're looking to to make a difference. Just keep showing up, just keep going beyond whatever you had hoped for, and you will surprise yourself with what you see. And of course, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If there's any way in which I can help you, please do reach out and let me know. And of course, as always, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, one thing before I go, just a reminder that if you happen to be watching this video maybe for the first time and you've come this far, just remember that there is a community and there's me that's waiting to hold that space for you so that you can truly live your purpose, meaning like literally be the person that you're meant to be. And we got many, many different programs. There are sessions that we do, programs that we do on Mondays and Fridays, which is open to everybody. And this is an opportunity for you to really connect and go where you're meant to be who you're meant to be. And of course, there are many more programs. We've got paid programs as well, if that's something that you're looking to explore and go further. Like as they say, when you pay more attention. So if you're looking to go deeper, then there are many, many programs available for you. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you in our community. And if there's any way in which I can help you, please do let me know. And of course, having said all of that, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.